Hello, everyone. My name is Betül. This week, our topic is how to make a presentation with the impact, with a good impact, actually. Today, I'm going to make a presentation for you. Let's look at the first page. Um, let's look at the first page. Probably I have some technical problems. I'm sorry for this. What is storytelling? It is our first question. As we are human, we need to communicate with each other, with other people. Um, while communicating, also, we need to tell some stories to other people. So it is called storytelling. And we have another question in here. Why do we tell stories? Actually, as I said before, it is a natural need for human. Um, we need to tell some stories to other people to communicate with them. So we need to tell stories, and also, for example, suppose that you're a student and you are late for the class in the morning. When you come to school, you need to tell a story to your teacher to explain your condition. It is just an example of why do we tell stories. And we are going to look at the storytelling techniques. There are a lot of storytelling techniques actually, but today we are going to look at just two of them. And by the way, these are the traditional techniques. The first one is the hero's journey. While I'm speaking, by the way, you can look at this diagram and you can follow these steps. First of all, it starts with a hero that is an adventure. Um, he faces a lot of problems, difficulties, and challenges. But with the help of a mentor, he can get over these difficulties and challenges. And so, at the end of this way, he can be a changed person. And then we are going to look at the three-act structure after the hero's journey. As you can understand, it is name. There are three acts in here, and um, it is used in many books, many films that we watch, and novels, um, and also the plays. We can see it in many ways. Let's look at the first act. It is the introduction part. It is the first act of the story. It includes some characters, some events, and so on in here. You can find them in here. And in the second act, Act 2, as you can see in this diagram, it is the longest part of the story, and it includes some challenges and difficulties. When we look at the Act 3, we can say that it is a conclusion part of the story. And as you can see in this diagram, it is the shortest part of the story. Um, and then, in brief, I think these two techniques can be useful for your presentation. And also, you can use them in any work that you can do. So they can be useful for your presentation. You can use them. And we are going to the new storytelling techniques. In here, we are two techniques, Pixar storytelling and Sparkline storytelling. Uh, these are the more modern techniques. As I said before, the hero's journey and the three-act structure are the traditional ones, and these are the more modern techniques, I can say. Um, the Pixar storytelling, actually, it is used in generally business presentations. For example, Steve Jobs used this techniques in his business works and business presentations, and also it includes some characters, some events, emotions, and also some intentions. We can see them in the structure. And also it includes some structure like once upon a time, every day until finding. We can use this structure in this part of storytelling. And the second part is sparkline storytelling. Sparkline storytelling is throughout the story, the audience alternates between seeing what is or what could be until reaching the new bliss at the end. And then, actually, when we look at all these techniques, I can say that the three-act structure is the most useful and most popular ones, I think, because we can use it, as I said before, in almost everywhere, in our movies, in our books, novels, and plays. So if you want, you can use these techniques in your presentations also. And we are going to look at the building blocks of storytelling. There are some blocks of storytelling. For example, we are going to start with the characters. As you know, every story has a main character, and structure is also important one for this. It should be, how can I say? It should be easy to follow. For example, as I said before, it should be, for example, three-act structure. You can use it, as I said before. This storyline also important because it should follow the steps, follow an order actually. And then we are going to look at authenticity. It's also helpful for our, how can I say? Actually, it's a connection between your characters and your audience. So it helps you to show your intention, and also it helps you to educate your audience, actually. And the audience engagement is also an important part, I think, because I think if you have a good relationship with your audience, I think it's develop your um, telling skills, I think. And the last one is the hook. I think hook is the most important part because in hook you need to capture the intention of the audience. For example, maybe you can use some short titled or some interesting questions you can add in here. And also, we are going to the next slide. Make your slide awesome. In here, you need to pay attention some rules for a presentation. For example, your font should be right for the background, and your color also important one because it change everything. If you if you choose a wrong color, it can cause some problems for your presentation. And imaginary is also important because you need to be creative and selective in here. Um, for example, you cannot add every information to your presentation. You need to be selective in here. Um, I think we are at the end of this presentation. Thanks for listening. I think that's all that I can talk with you in here. Thank you.